Okay, part 2 because my phone died. Alright, so I've got the slave cylinder out. It wasn't fun. Right there is where you got to get it out of. I kind of had to twist it back, pull it back. It was very tight because there's a big bracket right there and right there. But to get that bracket off requires a lot of work. So, and it's also connected to one of the main bolts for your transmission. So I don't recommend taking it apart. So all I had to do was basically twist it out. I used vice grips to pull the decompress the cylinder, and right there it's like a pin that sits inside. So basically what I had to do was I cut the plastic because the pin, I just tried to push it out and it was just stuck in there. So I ended up cutting the plastic off because I'm replacing that part anyways, to give me access to push the pin back further. And now I can access it from the other side. So now I can pull that right out. So it wasn't fun, but I got it out without any special tools or anything like that. Now it's time to put the new one back in. Okay. So now I pretty much got that pin right out almost. See it? Yeah. There she is. So you just take her right out, and I'm preparing for some fluid to come out too. So I got trusty bucket here. All right. So finally, with some serious wiggling and hurting the back of my hand, I ended up getting the line out. So I'm going to be letting that drain because I want to clean up that line. It's all rusty, that connector at least, before I put the new part on. So I want to make sure all the fluid's out. So yeah, slave cylinder's out, ready to be replaced. I'm not going to reuse this fluid at all. I'm going to go recycle it or give it to Canadian Tire or something like that. It's almost done draining. Now I wanted to disconnect the bottom before I did the top because I want all the fluid out of the system before I disconnect the top, and it'll make it easier so I don't get fluid all over my engine and frame and all that stuff. So it's almost done there. Okay, so now I ended up just hand tightening the bolt for the reservoir so that wasn't hanging while it was trying to drain there. So now I can take that off. I keep bolts in specific places so I know where they go. Now I should be able to pull this down. Look how dirty that is. Now, okay. Now I save everybody from all the swear words and grunt work here, but I finally got it out. Now, you can see where it went in there. There's the top bolt. Bottom bolt's down there. But it wasn't fun. I had to, oh, I'll pick that up. I had to basically take the top and push it to the right. So if you're looking at this video, to the right, at the top, in order to get it out. So I'm assuming when I put it back in, I'm gonna have to put the bottom in first, put it in on an angle, and slide the top in, because this brake booster is kind of in the way. So just a little bit of a note there. So I pulled it out very carefully. There's brake lines all over the place. If you can kind of twist it out properly without screwing around with anything. Another pin. Yay. So I'm gonna have to get that out. Just to show you here what I did, I basically took a I took a nail, like a finishing nail, like the head of a finishing nail. I cut it, and I'm using this to push these pins out. See? So basically I pushed that one in, and now I just use side cutters to kind of grab it and then pry it out. So, and voila, as you can see, I used side cutters. Just grabbed it and pulled it out. So here's what comes in the new kit. You get your master cylinder. You get the piece that goes to your reservoir. You get the piece that connects to your clutch pedal. You get the pin, and you get your washer. Now, this connection up here is much cleaner than the one down there, which makes sense because the one down there is more absorbed in water. So I don't think I have to clean that up for just a little bit before I put that back on and get that master cylinder back in quick. Now obviously I'm keeping the reservoir and I'm going to clean it up. Taking the bottom off is just as simple as twisting it and pulling it, and it comes off easily. Now that's off. I don't know if this one needed replacing, but I did it anyways because I saw some fluid underneath, so I thought it would be a good idea to do both at the same time. Now also, here's the new one and here's the old one. So I don't know whether or not I'm going to use this hose here or the new one right here, but the new one's very bendable, so I'll see what I want to do, but either way I'll use either one. So putting the new one back into the line was just simple as pushing it in and then you'll hear it like do a little bit of a pop when it pushes in, and you'll know it's in. And if you look right down the circle thing, you'll see the circle meets up, and then you know you're in all the way. So I've basically just used side cutters to kind of hammer that in lightly without damaging anything. Now I'm going to use my special tool, the vice grips with the nail, to hammer it the rest of the way in. Okay, so I didn't use my special tool, it wasn't working. So I just used the back of like the back of my ratchet, so just tapped it right in. So now that connection's good. Remember to put the washer on before you do that. It's a rubber washer. It's like a seal. Okay, getting the master cylinder back in is a lot harder than taking it out. I've got it kind of in place, but I gotta get the bottom in first and then slide in the top on an angle. Well, I got it in, it wasn't too bad. Right there. Now I just have to go inside and tighten up those bolts, put the rest of that assembly together, which I'll be showing you, and then put the slave in, and then I'll be showing you how to bleed the system as well. We're going to do a gravity bleed. Okay, so now the new master cylinder is in. Now I just got to put the bolts back in, which shouldn't be a problem because the lever is out of the way. And like I said, I used just a couple small extensions, and that worked for me. I tried to use this one, but it was too long. So 2 small ones is shorter than that. It'll help you get them in and out. Okay. Bottom bolt is in no problem. I recommend doing the bottom bolt first. Top bolt is not so much fun. Right there. Okay, you gotta get up and around there. I guess if you have all the elbows, I have an elbow, so I'll probably use that. Yeah, that should be no problem. Okay, so that's in. Right there. I ended up using an elbow, a lot of extensions, and breaker bar. Let my ratchet out. Never lend your tools in. So now I'm ready to install the new bracket, I guess. Connects to the lever on the clutch pedal. So it's brand new. Now I was worried about play, but it's looking like this is probably gonna have some play too, so it should be fine. So I basically set it back to generally where it was before. It's basically an adjuster. It's a pedal adjuster to adjust your pedal. I don't think it makes a big difference in this car though, really. Not yet, so. So now that I've got the master cylinder in all the way, actually, well, we could do that later. So I'm gonna tackle getting in the slave cylinder, and there's my connector right there. Still need to clean that up. So I've just cleaned that connection. I just cleaned it with a little tiny wire brush. Makes for a better connection. Now this one also has a rubber washer kind of seal and a pin as well, so